to me. It is the notion of, let's say you're on the admissions committee at Harvard, and you're going to choose so many people. You're going to let people in for a variety of reasons. One is sheer academic merit. They scored 1,600 on the college boards. That's a good entry. They've got a brilliant academic and athletic background, and they happen to be a virtuoso violin player. You know? And a violin player helps. Or let's say they come from Nevada. And they don't have a lot of Nevada at Harvard. And let's also say that they come from Sri Lanka. They don't have many people from Sri Lanka there. And let's also say that they also are African American. And that ought to be a factor in choosing from that pool. Maybe that's one of the considerations.
Because what?
Because diversity of a student body is a healthy factor.
I'm fascinated with the extent to which words, we're conditioned to react like Pavlov's dog to words. I hear diversity. Someone was asking...
That'll make me look bad, Professor.
Someone today who was a trustee of a college was saying that they were going to pick a new college professor. I said, what you should do is have a stopwatch there and just count how long it is till each of the contestants says the word diversity. And the guy who says it, you know, he's 35 minutes into the interview, and the other guy who says it, you know, the first sentence, the guy who takes 35 minutes, he should be at the top of the list. The guy who said it the first sentence should be at the bottom. Because the question
what's wrong with diversity? I don't get the point.
My point is that this is a word that has become magic. What does it mean, if anything? Are you saying to me that all black people are alike, therefore you've got to mix and match by race? It's not diverse unless it's diverse along these dimensions?
No, I'll tell you what I'm saying. I'm saying that I think that it would be different to have people of different kinds of experiences. And we mentioned Sri Lanka, didn't we? And, you know, and it'd be interesting to have some people with an Asian background. Wait, an Asian background, African American, people that come from Fifth Avenue and Park Avenue, as well as from Henderson, North Carolina. All of that would make a healthy student body.
You mean to tell me?
I don't think everybody ought to come from sons of Harvard graduates.
Places like Harvard and Stanford and Cornell. What you have is the black son of the black doctor who lived in the same neighborhood with the white son of the white doctor. And now you're giving me diversity because these two people probably would not go someplace.
No, not necessarily. They have scholarships that they offer to kids who are not the son of
But now we're getting away from the whole racial thing. I'm saying the racial thing has been used as a proxy for something that it's not a proxy for. Because the vast majority of blacks who go to places like Harvard and Cornell and Stanford are not blacks from the ghetto. Those are blacks from out there. You know, they're from Malibu. You know, they're from Pacific Palisades. They're from Winnetka and so forth. And they're from the very same neighborhoods. They're from the very same neighborhoods as the whites are there. And so now you call it diversity because you see something with the naked eye.
Can I ask a question about...
How fascinating is that? I mean, it's just amazing, right? We're talking about DIE, right? DEI. And this is going back decades and decades. And people are just now maybe starting to, you know, crack through. It's unbelievable. I mean, he's absolutely right. That was like a magical word. What does that mean? Is it diverse just because these two people are a different shade of color? It's remarkable. I mean, it's absolutely remarkable to think that's the measure. They come from the same economic background. They come from the same neighborhood. They come from the same town. They come from whatever. Oh, but they're little. One's a little bit lighter and one's a little bit darker. All right, we're good. We're good. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. It's just unbelievable. I'm actually, you know, I still wouldn't like it because I would say purely based on merit, that's the way it should go. But if you wanted to say maybe a social component, you know, a socioeconomic component to, you know, the administration process in these colleges, I can see that. I can, it's a little bit easier to digest. It's a lot easier to digest for me than just this person is this color and that person is that color. That's just wild to me. I mean, if you want to say this person grew up, you know, with a drug addict mom and poor neighborhood, this and that, and therefore we're gonna, you know, they're gonna if you have the person from the good neighborhood and the person from the bad neighborhood and they're like this, and this person had to, you know, struggle a lot. All right, you know, give that guy an extra half point, bump him up a little bit. I can kind of see that, right? Because his road to get there was a lot more difficult. Fine. I don't think many people would have much of an issue with that. What people have an issue is that, think about it like this. Let's say that poor kid that of another color, whatever that color is. Well, you know what? Let's say that poor white kid. He was struggling, had to do whatever it is to make it. And then you have an affluent minority and they're at the same level. And you're telling me that the affluent minority at the same level as the poor white kid, he gets it because he's a different color? I don't know, guys. That is I'm glad this is starting to break through. I'm glad we're starting to pass. We're like getting to the other side of this craziness. You know, I really hope we get to the other side of this. But yeah, that's it. That was a great topic. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for coming out. We will see you on the next one.